Welcome back to Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing a Beshear versus Vance prediction. Starting out with the first state, in the state of Nevada. I'm going to call that for Beshear by a lean margin. And I already give a designation to the district there in Nebraska, the Omaha region. That's one of the more competitive single vote congressional district / electoral college vote. But back to Nevada, I'm going to put that in the lean blue. Next up, we have the state of Arizona. I'm going to put that in tilt blue. I think it's less likely that Beshear could win this, but I still think it is the most likely option at the moment. But I do think it will be a narrower margin than in Nevada. Some of these states do look different right off the bat. We have Texas and Iowa in the lean red column. I think there's a possibility Ohio and Florida could also end up going red by a lean margin, but for now, just with Ohio being Vance's home state, and then Florida has had a couple in the last couple elections has gone further and further to the right. So I think that the county or the state will remain red in the likely column, even with Beshear, who I think would be a fantastic nominee for the Democratic 2028 presidential nomination. He's won as a Democrat in Kentucky, which, as you can see there, is a safe red state. So that is a very impressive feat, and I think if he can win there, he can win in the other more competitive swing states. So next up, going to head over to Wisconsin. I think I'm actually going to do that by a lean margin. And then Michigan, I'm going to do a similar rating. I think the Rust Belt would do pretty well with Beshear. Vance also has Rust Belt appeal, though, being from neighboring states, Kentucky and Ohio. So I think both candidates would do well, but I think with the national environment has time and time again shown that Democrats are looking like they will do well in the 2026 midterms, and this is just if the election were to be held today. And I think that many of the trends that helped Republicans win in 2024 have largely been reversed. I think if there was a snapshot election held today, then it would definitely favor the Democrats. And I'm going to cross the Andy Beshear over the finish line with the state of Georgia. That brings him to 284. And then the state of North Carolina, I'm not certain. I've gone back and forth on this one. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It would still be a Beshear victory. But I'll call that one for Vance. And then lastly, we have the state of Pennsylvania. I think this state is probably Vance's best hope of the three Rust Belt states, but I think at the end of the day, it'll still go to Beshear. So that ends up with 303 electoral college votes for the Democrat Andy Beshear to 235 for the Republican J.D. Vance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.